Sarah, I decided to talk about CNBC with you, because you are the person that best represents what CNBC is.
Oh. Larry, thank you so much for your kind words. I don't know what to say.
Don't say anything, it's okay, just read your hand, just read the teleprompter talking heads.
Excuse me, Larry, what did you say?
I was just coughing.
Larry, at the beginning of the interview you said that I am an excellent representation of what CNBC is. Why did you say that? What values do you see in me?
Well, Sarah, you are one of the most shallow persons that I know, intellectually speaking, of course, after Jim Cramer. Cramer is just shallow, short intellect. Do you know what I mean?
Larry, please don't say that about Cramer. Larry, that's not polite.
So do you think that calling someone intellectually shallow is not polite? So then what about calling the former president of the United States a monkey in national television for no reason, just for fun?
Oh my God, Larry, who was stupid enough to do that?
The same person that told viewers during a CNBC interview, gold has no inherent value like oil, which does. Gold only has value insofar as I want to believe it has value, and during another program when talking about the TARP money told viewers, the taxpayer money isn't being taken and paid out in the form of bonuses. It goes in a separate pool, a separate account for banks.
Larry, please, you are joking, right? That logic is just totally backwards. It is fiat money. Everyone knows that is fiat money, that only has value as long as you want to believe it has. You can print as many dollars as you want, but you can't print gold, and by the way, money is fungible.
You see, even someone like you, Sarah, not the brightest bulb in the room, understand this. I'm not joking, this person still has a job as a financial reporter, guess where? At CNBC, the cradle of the financial knowledge.
But it's understandable, Larry. Probably the person that made these comments went to a public high school, then a public college, and hadn't traveled a lot, is part of the little people, because in the financial industry you only have working the best and the brightest, and the best and the brightest always come from private schools, played field hockey or lacrosse, and traveled a lot. You can't find smart people outside of this group, oh no.
Sarah, I'm impressed by your wisdom, keep reading your hand.
Just look at Cramer, for example. This guy is a Harvard graduate, is supposed to be smart according to the financial world rules, and the wisdom of our society, but he is the best contrarian indicator out there.
Oh yes, I remember when Cramer said, I'm telling you. Lenny Dykstra is one of the great ones in this business, it's brilliant, is one of 4 or 5 people in the world.
Larry, I think that with Cramer we have too many issues. According to my hand, clearly the guy is far from brilliant, and yes, he is intellectually shallow, but the biggest issue with him is that he seems to be a crook, a scammer, a liar, and a scumbag that takes advantage of the people with no real knowledge about the markets, the little guy as he calls them, selling them books, making people believe that he really knows what he is talking about, getting people to subscribe to his website, like the ultimate con artist.
Sarah, let me tell you, that hand of yours is magic. Sarah, we are running out of time, but let me tell you what we are going to do. We are going to end this interview with a pray. Yes, Sarah, we are going to pray for CNBC salvation.
Okay, Larry, you can start, and I will follow you.
Oh. Dear God, please help CNBC become a real financial source of information, because at this point we can only trust in Rick Santelli. God, please get rid of all the nonsense and bullshit comments. We the viewers don't care about the opinions of the reporters. God, please let them understand that they are just talking heads. Please God, just make them read the teleprompters. If they don't have a clue of the topic that they are talking about, don't let them talk bullshit.
Oh. Please God, please, what is Mark Haines doing talking about finances? He should be growing his tomatoes and eating Cheetos at home. He just learned about the existence of the VIX last year or the year before, and he had been working for CNBC like for the last 200 years. Oh, God, please help Erin Burnett. Dear God, help Erin understand that it's not money what makes the world go around. Please God, why Erin is all the time trying to prove to the viewers that she is not stupid? Why is Erin trying to prove all the time that she is not just a talking head, avoiding to read a teleprompter, and making stupid jokes every 3 seconds?
Yes God, please help Sue. Yes, Subarera. God, she should be at home, baking cakes and cookies, and watching the Today Show, but not talking about yield, and bonds and derivatives. Please God, why watching CNBC has to be so hard? Oh. God, please. Michelle Caruso Cabrera, can she just read the teleprompter? Can Michelle understand that we don't want to hear her opinions and constant interruptions to the guests all the time? Enough we have with the size of her breasts. God, we know that you are not responsible for those jugs.
Please, God. Melissa Francis, God, please let Melissa understand that we the viewers know that she has money. Yes, Melissa, you have money, don't worry, we know that. You don't have to try to remind us this every time you can. We got it. God, I don't think there is a fix for the shallowness of Melissa Francis. This poor soul is shallow not only intellectually, but shallow. Empty head. Knock knock knock, is someone up there? Erin wants to be like Maria. Well, Melissa Francis wants to be like Erin. Oh. God, please.
God, Bob Pissani, please let Bob Pissani see the light someday. Oh. God. Bob Pissani still believes that humans are in charge of the markets. The poor soul doesn't understand that the real players of these markets are not humans, but HFT algas that trade thousands of shares per second with no other objective than create chaos and destabilization. But no. God, the poor Pissani still believes in the human traders. Every day is the same with him. The traders are telling me this, and the traders are doing this, and meanwhile, thousands of cancelled quotes would reappear each second with a definitive periodicity and regularity conducted by HFT repeaters. Oh. God.
Oh. God. Steve Liesman. I think that this soul needs an exorcism. Yes, God, the poor Liesman is possessed by Haines, the Fed, and Ben Bernanke. Please, God, in all your wisdom, can you help Steve understand that you can't print your way to prosperity, that printing money and low interest rates are not the answer, but the problem. Oh. God, please, God, let Rick Santelli guide and instruct this poor soul. Maybe one day he will be able to see the true. Meanwhile, we will have to tolerate his nonsense comments and discussions.
Oh, my God. Trish Regan, another poor soul, this one the most shallow of them all. Oh. God, even Sarah has more IQ than this poor girl. Please, God, is there any way to help this poor girl and bring her back to the real world? She should be in another place, but not talking economics, too much of a topic for her. Oh, God. I have a pain, yes, a pain in the butt. Oh, no. Larry Kudlow. God, I can ask you for lots of things, but it's going to take lots of time and we need to finish. About Larry, I'm going to ask you forgiveness for him. Yes, God, poor Larry, poor soul, the ultimate market share leader, interrupts all the guests. He doesn't give a shit about the guests, it's only about him. Oh God, please help the CNBC financial reporters be real financial reporters, and not just pretentious clowns that knowing nothing, talk like they know a lot, not knowing that people watching knows that they don't know shit.
And lead us not into Goldman Sachs, but deliver us from Lloyd Blankfein. Amen. Oh, Larry. I don't know what else to say. I don't have anything more in my hand.
Just read the teleprompter.
CNBC, can you be more real? Can you be smarter and deeper? Can you report financial news that really matters instead of wasting our time? We the viewers deserve more.